Hello everyone, welcome to a student guide. Today we will see about Proteus simulation software. So Proteus is an electronic simulation software that enables designers to simulate different electronic designs in virtual environment before the actual implementation. It is very popular for electronic simulation involving microcontrollers. This is due to availability of wide range of microcontrollers in Proteus simulation environment. So with the help of this simulation software, you can design your circuit, you can program and load your code on the microcontrollers, and finally you can simulate to test whether your circuit is working or not before you go for the implementation. So the main purpose of Proteus simulation software is to develop PCB, which stands for printed circuit board. But you can easily simulate the circuit before you go for PCB design. So there are two important sections on Proteus simulation software. The first section is ICs, which stands for Intelligent Schematic Input System. This area is used for development of circuit diagram and for simulation purpose, which is most of the time it is called schematic capture section. The second section is RS section, which is advanced routing and editing software. This area is basically used to develop printed circuit board. So these are the two important sections in Proteus simulation software. So as I said before, the main application is to develop PCB, but we can use the software to check whether our circuit is working, whether our program code that instructs the system, especially for control system that involves different microcontrollers. So in order to design a project, or in order to get a working prototype through this Proteus simulation software, we need to pass through different steps. The first step is basically to design schematic circuits under ICs. So you have to draw your circuit diagram, and you have to program a code, or you have to write a code that should be loaded on microcontroller, which is software development based on the type of microcontroller you are using. So after loading that program or instruction on your microcontroller, you have to simulate. You have to play the simulation. So your simulation tells you whether you are on the right track or not. So once you finalize this, you have to go for PCB layout design on advanced routing editing software section. So finally you can get a working prototype by printing out your PCB layout and assembling the components required based on your circuit diagram. So as you see here, you need a kind of programmer or code writing software on your computer, so that code is loaded on your microcontroller with the help of USB cable. So here you see it is a generic PIC microcontroller circuit. So there are inputs and outputs for your system. So the microcontroller controls the output devices such as LED, motor, and alarm system based on the instruction you write or the program code you put on your system. So there are different modes in Proteus simulation software, especially in schematic capture section. The most frequently used sections or modes are the component mode. The component mode helps the designers to pick different components for circuit design, which means you can access different electronic components like resistor, capacitor, inductor, microcontroller, sensors, different varieties of electronic components can be accessed from the component mode. The terminal mode is another mode we use to access different terminals like ground, power, input and output for our system. There is also graph mode, which enables you to draw different analog digital frequency graphs if your design involves such kind of graphs. And also there is instrument mode, which enables you to access different virtual instruments like oscilloscope, signal generator, AC voltmeter, and DC ammeter, and a lot of output devices can be accessed from component mode. So having this introduction, we will go to the practical overview of Proteus simulation software in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.